Thank you so much for the opportunity to testify. Even as the Biden administration's irresponsible border policies have caused incalculable costs to American communities, including those in Indian country, there are those who have profited enormously from them. Yes, the employers of illegal workers, the huge network of NGOs and government contractors, but most notably the foreign criminal cartels who have monetized the border policies and this situation to almost unfathomable gain. Not just Mexican cartels, but also Chinese drug cartels, Central and South American gangs, and others. As a result, Americans have been exposed to new national security and public safety threats, not least the trafficking and distribution of illicit drugs. American communities, including and especially those in Indian country, have experienced a huge spike in deaths, overdoses, and poisonings from dangerous drugs distributed by the foreign cartels and their accomplices. These transnational criminal enterprises now represent a profound threat to civil society and the rule of law throughout the Western Hemisphere. Specifically, the policies most responsible are the cessation of barrier construction that allows not only the drugs, but the cartel operatives to enter the United States, the catch and release policies where 85% of the people who are arriving at the border illegally are allowed into the country without meaningful vetting and through the improper use of the parole authority. So far, there have been at least 3.3 million people who cross the border illegally who've been allowed to enter this way. And that's not counting nearly 2 million gotaways who are able to evade the Border Patrol because the Border Patrol has to prioritize the processing of people through parole. There's also the lack of enforcement in the interior. ICE is removing half of the criminal aliens that it once was removing in prior times. And we've seen specifically the erosion of partnerships with local law enforcement agencies and especially diminished detention capacity that have hampered ICE. And now they're stretched to respond to the burgeoning gang and cartel problems created by the insecure border. So the cartels are earning about $30 million a day, or nearly $1 billion a month. Now they are using this revenue to expand their operations within the United States. This problem is going to be difficult to eradicate from this point on, and it's going to persist years into the future. The answer is a lot of improvements could be made. A lot of this could be addressed through executive action, using the president's bona fide authorities to control the border. But Congress also needs to get into the act to address the threat from the cartels. And the longer we wait, the harder they're going to be to dismantle. Yes, there are good provisions in H.R. 2, the House Border Security Bill, that would help. But in addition, Congress needs to create a new type of designation for the cartels, similar to how law enforcement is able to approach international terrorist group threats. This would enable, among other things, to ICE to target the financial assets of the cartels using their immigration and customs authorities. We need to look at interrupting the vast flow of remittances out of the United States. That is not just migrants sending money home to their families, but it also includes payments, direct payments to smugglers of drugs and people, and huge sums of money that are being laundered by the cartels and disguised as remittances. So we need to enact better know your customer laws to get a handle on the huge flow of remittances that is enriching the cartels. Finally, because of the policing issues that are unique to Indian country, Congress also should facilitate the creation of partnerships between federal immigration authorities and tribal authorities, such as an expansion of task forces and 287G programs that would be especially helpful in places with significant cartel activity. Thank you.